Today with me is Mr. Fred Tam and I'm Afnan. Okay, so the topic today will be on KLSE market outlook. Okay, and also how scalping 3% a day can make you profitable. All right, so before we begin, I would like to do some sound check. Just going to check the audio to make sure that we are clear, everyone can hear us. So if it's clear, comment clear, please. All right, I can see everyone saying hi. Hi, Akmal. Hi, Mr. Yo. All right, there's a thumbs up from Hong Yo. All right. Alex, hi. Ismail, loud and clear. Okay, good. Now, just to break the ice a bit, I think we would like to know where our audience are from. From
Where
KL, outside of KL.
Yeah.
Sarawak, Sabah.
Yeah, can you please type on the chat box, guys, where you come from? How many of you are from Ipoh, Perak? Say I.
Okay, well, I'm a KL person. I'm from KL, but my dad's from Penang. My mom's from Perak.
Right.
What about you, Mr. Fred? Maybe some of the audience.
I'm from Negeri Sembilan, from Ramban, Seramban boy, throughout my life, I've been Seramban. So and
some from KL, Bangsar, that's nearby. Kaya Akhirat from Perak.
Anybody from there? I heard you are going over to Perak.
There's Lin Leng from Johor. Okay, so I can say it's like all over.
Yeah, Johor. That's good.
Yes.
Which part of Johor are you from? Guy?
Okay, so Lin Leng, which part of Johor are you from?
Lin Leng.
Yeah. So Ami Haikal, Hulu Klang. Okay, Eric.
That's very near.
KL. And most of us are from KLSE.
Eric Chiu.
Still haven't seen Sabah or Sarawak mentioned.
Anybody from Sabah, Sarawak? We have many students from there actually. All over Malaysia. Yeah, Sabah, Sarawak, quite a bit. Yeah.
Mr. Fred, Batu Pahat.
I wonder who they are. Who's that in Batu Pahat? I mean, I've got some very good friends from there, old friends from Batu Pahat, So Alex, for example, I got two students, Alex and
one's from Bintulu, Sarawak. Muhammad Ali from Bintulu, Sarawak. Okay,
so we got George Gabriel also from Bintulu.
Right, so that's Malaysia for you. Okay. So I know that you guys love the Q&A sessions, right? Well, if you want to ask any questions, do stick with us until the end for the Q&A session. Okay, so today this is the topic, market outlook, and how scalping 3% a day can make you profitable. All right. So before we begin, I have to read out to you this disclaimer. This talk is for information and educational purposes only and should not be construed as a solicitation to buy or sell any of the stocks mentioned herein. The speakers or his staff may have positions in some of these stocks. Okay, so once again, today's topic will be slightly different because we will be sharing with you the criteria to be a scalper. Okay, because anyone can trade, but not everyone can be a scalper. Other than that, we will also share with you the trading tools that scalpers will need if they use our technique, especially. Okay, and I think you guys, the audience, will be happy to hear that the charting and trading platform that you are currently using may already have all the features and functions needed. Okay, so sounds good. Okay, now here's the overall flow of the talk. Okay, so we're going to go through the market outlook, and then some of us here still don't know what is Kangaroo Market and how to trade it, and then we'll see a few new examples of Kangaroo Market, Kangaroo stocks. Okay, and then we will get to the criteria to be a scalper and the trading tools that scalpers need. Okay, so if you have the trading tools that we mentioned here, all right, you have the tools to be a scalper. After that, we'll wrap it up with Q&A session.
Interesting.
Yeah, so I think before we begin the market outlook, let's take a look at today's market
How
breadth.
the market performed today?
As of 12:30 p.m. Okay, so this is today. Gainers just 181, losers 540. Turnover is below 1 billion.
So very soft.
Very soft. So currently KLCI is down by 5.32 points. Okay, or at 1,492.36 points. Yeah, so it's
this turnover thing, it has been lackluster like that for quite a bit, quite a while compared to those days. You remember those days in 2020, how much daily volume do we clock? If you can't recall, I was reading the statistics the other day, it's 10 billion. So right now we are 1 billion. Half a day is 0.6, so 1 day is 1 B. It's only 10 times the value when we were in 2020. That's how low the turnover is. So So with this low turnover, there's not enough wind momentum to drive the market. That's
Okay, so in summary, right now our market's really soft. Okay, after the recent gains, it has been resting. Okay, so I think before to know further, we should take a look at price charts. They will tell us what's going on. Okay, so Mr. Fred, I think this one I'll pass it to you.
Yeah, you're going to ask me actually, isn't it? I mean, how's the market doing from this point on, right?
Yeah.
So to do that, we look at the KLCI chart. But before that, let me thank you all for tuning in to today's talk. Okay, it has been a pleasure and it's an honor for me to share with you, or us to share with you, our views on the KLSE. All right, so we'll start with the CI chart. Okay, in order to know where our market is going. Okay, that's the question you asked, right?
Yeah,
where the market is going from this point on. Now, let's start with 2 months ago, shall we? 2 months ago, if you all remember, I'll help you to recall, our index was 1615. Our index now is only 1500. Let's have a look at how, hold on, 1500. But before that, it was 1615. But it dropped precipitously, sharply, all the way down to a low of 1408. Around the mid of July. I mean, really, if you all have been in the market, then you will agree with me that you like shaking our heads and say, what is happening to our market? There's just no wind at all. If you want to do set sail, let's say sailing, right, and to go from, let's say, point A and B in the waters, you need the wind to help you to paddle your boat in front. So without that wind, so where is that momentum that is going to lift share prices? And that's what's happened to our market over the last 2 months. And there just isn't enough wind. There's just enough momentum, and so we just kept falling. And there's no way that it's quite difficult to make money, right? If you are a buy and hold trader, you buy, okay, and then you think it's going to go up, but you are not fast enough. It comes down and it's closed at the open or even lower. How are you going to make money? So buy, hold. In a waterfall market, we call it down market, actually very hard. But there is another way that you could make money in this market. Do you want to know? Yeah. The other way is basically you buy, and then before it comes down, you sell it off first, and you take a profit. So one can still make money in this waterfall market, we call it no wind market. It's the technique. And today, that's what we are going to share with you, that technique. It's something like something jumping up and down, and they call it kangaroo. But later on, we'll explain a little bit more about this kangaroo jump. So coming back to the CI, so it fell all the way down to 148 for a 200-point drop. And then about 3 weeks ago, it staged a strong rebound and triggered a TAD buy signal at on the 28th of July. And after that breakout, it went up further to break an old support, the blue color line, turn resistance. It broke right through that. Surprisingly, out of the blue, after the no win and all that, then it staged a rebound. And then it went even further and filled the gap, the down gap, and went above this down gap. So, and all this happening when Nancy Pelosi was in Taiwan, and so there was so much fear about, an all-out war and so on and so forth. And so I think many of you just stayed out of the market. And look, precisely this is the time that our stocks went up, and it went up further. So if you ask me, my view of the market is, okay, it has been down actually for the past two months, and in fact 2 years, but it staged a stunning rebound. But we only can call it a technical rebound because it is still below the 200-day moving average. The 200-day moving average, the resistance is at 1525. And until it go above 1525, right, we could just have, a hit that the bull could come back, but not until then. Until then, it is still called a technical rebound. That's what it is.
I see.
All right.
Okay, so that's how the KLCI is.
But not all of us are in there.
Yes, correct.
Yeah, not all of us are in there. So we need to dissect the market further. Okay, so we do that by going into the subsector, the sectoral indices, to find out more about the sectors that are strong, and then the stocks to watch. Now, I do not know whether you all know or not. Some of you do know that our market is divided into 13 sectors, right? Subsectors. And they are as follows, as you can see, from technology to healthcare. Do you know which stock index or index is strong? Do you? Okay. As a trader, you must know. And your job is to trade only the strong sectors. Now, I mean, that's Dan Zenger's rule.
Yeah.
Dan Zenger will teach you that you should only go into stocks, okay, or that where the sector is the strongest. The sectors is the strongest. So now, I was telling you 2 months ago, there were 0 sectors that went up. But now we have 8 sectors that, from 0 to 8 sectors, and you are looking at it, the coloring yellow. Right? These 8 sectors are now, from 3 weeks ago. And in spite of Pelosi visiting and all that bad news and all that, okay, and on the inflation and all that, still these are the sectors that actually went up enough to trigger a buy signal. And they are technology, number 2, industrial products, number 3, telecommunications, number 4, financial services, number 5, utilities, number 6, REIT, number 7, construction, number 8, consumer products. Right. So these are the 8 strongest sectors. But of these 8, we have picked 2. 2 of them are the most active. And we're going to use these 2 active sectors to help us locate what are the stocks to watch. Okay. And they are technology and industrial product. Now, even in a soft market like today, these 2 sectors, subsector stocks are still the ones that we should be zeroing in. Zeroing in. Okay. So if you can move on to the next. Right. Okay. Just now
we're talking about Kangaroo, right?
Did I mention a little bit that our market right now is like a bit jumpy, right?
It's Kangaroo. So, yeah, Mr. Fred, in the financial term, okay, people know bulls and bears, but what about Kangaroo? Maybe you can explain it.
Yes, a bull market is one that is making high, 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 low. And a bear market is one that is making lower, low, and lower high. A kangaroo market is one that is going nowhere. It jumps up early in the morning, but only to come back down in the evening to close at the open. If you're not fast enough, you make no money. You buy and then you didn't sell fast enough. You don't. But if you have a technique that can teach you how to identify that stock that is bouncing up, a technique to enter that stock. But before it goes down, you exit the stock like this in the diagram and sell higher. Then you make money. So the kind of market that is jumping up and down like that is called the kangaroo market. And the kind of technique that can help you to make money in such a market that is going nowhere is called a kangaroo technique. Our F1 FIFO kangaroo technique, which Afnan is going to share with you after this. Okay.
Okay.
Right. So yeah. So basically that's the kangaroo. So I would say the next thing that you will be probably asking is, now then what would be the kangaroo stocks that we are now identified? Right? So I give for that I'll pass you back to Afnan, and Afnan is going to show you.
Okay, so quite interesting, kangaroo market. I think I did Google this term and it exists. Maybe it just exists, it became a term, right? So the definition is there, right? And based on this diagram, you know briefly how kangaroo market works, right? It goes up, only to come back down near the closing price or at the closing price, or sometimes below, all right? So here are some of the examples of a kangaroo behavior inside a stock. Okay, so this one here is on the daily chart, Unisam. Okay,
this is one of the kangaroo stocks where currently that one could.
So this was just few weeks ago. So you can see breakout that, but then the candle price after hitting the top, it went back down. Okay, just for that day. But the thing is, for scalping kangaroo technique, you just need momentum, not the entire day, but just within that day, few minutes, few hours, half a day, okay? So that you can buy and sell, okay, before the market closes, okay, for profit. So in this example, okay, one would make 14 cents or 5.34% in 4 hours. Okay, so this is on the daily chart, but if we look at the 5 minutes chart, okay, this is how we dissect further, because not all breakouts you see on the daily chart is okay for kangaroo technique. So in this example, we look at the intraday chart further to find, okay, more signals to add confirmation. Right, so over here, this is how it looks like on the intraday chart. Okay, there was a breakout here and then take profit here. Okay, so that's your profit within 4 hours. Another one is Coraza. All right, you can see here. So chart pattern, okay, pennant, bullish pennant breakout. Okay, so you can buy there, take profit. Okay, at the top there, yeah.
So yeah, sorry to interrupt. So I noticed that you mentioned chart patterns.
Yeah.
So tell us more about that, the relevance of it in this type of kangaroo trade that you look for. One of them is chart patterns, huh?
Yeah. Okay, so Yes, that's one of the, I would say, secrets.
Mm-hmm.
You must master, other than your basic technical analysis knowledge, okay? Chart pattern is the one of the topics you must master, because you'll be using this a lot, okay, for using this kangaroo technique, okay? Chart patterns helps you a lot to filter out good ones from bad ones, okay? What we want is momentum. And chart pattern, if they form a good base, chances are they can break out and have certain amount of momentum for you to make money. Okay, so Coraza is 5 cents profit or 7.69% in 6 hours. Okay, the idea is all this is within the day. Okay, so on the daily chart, that's how it looks like. Intraday chart, you have to find another pattern. Okay, then you decide your entry point and target price. Okay, so you can say that the daily chart is like you're looking at something from afar. Okay, but to know what's really going on, you have to go further. Okay, look closer, zoom in. That's what the intraday charts do. Okay, and then another one here. This is StatsCam. This is just today, I think, and it was spotted by one of our students. Okay,
today.
So he spotted a breakout here on the daily chart, and he said he saw high volume. Then he just told us, "Hey, StatsCam, potential FIFO stock." Okay, so on the left hand side is the intraday chart. Okay, this was his actual entry and exit price. So he entered at 9:15 a.m.
9:15 at 3:03.
Okay, and then he exited.
It's just 10:30. It's 1.5 hours.
1.5 hours.
And he made 12 cents, you know?
Yeah, a profit of 12 cents or 3.96%.
Which is 3.
Okay.
Yeah, correct. 3.96%.
Right, that's quite fast.
Which is fantastic in a market like today, which is so soft, you know? And this is what we meant by even in a soft market, if you know how to pick stocks and you use the right technique, one can still make money. I mean, I'm not saying it's easy, but it's possible. It's possible with the right technique. And that's what our message is today is if you want to trade profitably in this kind of market, be a scalper. But scalper using the kangaroo technique. That's our message.
Yeah, that's right. So yeah, I hope you guys got that. Like even for me this morning when I saw the opening, market so soft, but yet FIFO is still applicable. Our students, see, he managed to find this stock.
Right.
How great is that?
Right. It's like I said, if you do not know the technique, I mean, it's really impossible. You don't even know where to start. There are 1,000 over stocks. How come we are able to zero in and pick this stock? And a couple of other stocks. And you just need to concentrate on 1, 2, or 3 stocks a day. Later on, you will explain. And apple a day keeps the doctor away. So for us, it's the 3% rule. But I'll pass that back to you.
Okay. So you guys have seen some of the examples, and then this one by our student. So you see here, okay, for us, this is just a suggestion and estimation, okay? On average, when you use the FIFO technique, your profit per trade is roughly 3%.
It's sufficient.
It's sufficient, actually. Because imagine, if you have a capital of, you can afford to put 10,000 ringgit per trade, okay?
Per stock.
Yeah, per stock. So 3%, okay, of that 10,000 is 300 ringgit. So meaning you can earn 300 ringgit per day with the kangaroo technique. So scalper, another thing is they trade frequently, okay? So let's say they trade every day. So 20 trading days is equivalent to 1 month. So 1 month they can make, if they're consistent, they can make 6,000 ringgit per month. Okay, this is just an estimation. The previous examples you saw, one is 5%, 7%. That can happen as well, right? But this is just an average.
And we must caution that this is not a solicitation to buy or
not a solicitation to buy or sell any stocks. Okay, those are examples for us to give you education on scalping. So you see here, 3%. Some people think so little, very little. you do the math, okay? There's this saying, I'm sure everyone knows, sikit-sikit, lama-lama jadi bukit. This is the one. Scalpers, they do that. Okay, so 3% a day can keep the doctors away. Bye, Fred. I like this.
It is an adaptation of an apple a day. So it doesn't really come from me. Yeah. But it's easy to remember if you say an apple a day keeps the doctor away. So 3% a day, well, makes me happy and gay.
Keep your bills away, maybe.
Keep our bills away, yeah.
All right. Okay, and yeah, this has been interesting so far. 3% a day is good enough.
I don't know how many of you by now. I mean, I'd be very excited and want to learn, you know. So, and any idea? Oh, okay. The next class is coming.
Next class is coming on the 27th of August, Saturday. Right. It's just 3 hours. Okay, more details later. Okay, but now, yeah, one of the topics for today. Criteria to be a scalper. So who can be a scalper?
Yeah.
Because like I mentioned just now, anyone can trade, but not everyone can be a scalper.
I see. So there are how many? There are 4 criteria.
Criteria, right? Yeah. So number 1 is you need time. Okay, traders, scalpers especially, you need time. You need to commit time to trade. Okay, so this is something that you must have. If you have this one criteria, okay, you passed. Second one, Mr. Fred, knowledge.
Yeah, specialized. Yeah, knowledge.
Must specialize in this. Traders must be willing to acquire technical analysis knowledge. So in other words, they must have the attitude to want to learn. Okay, whether it's something they think they already know or what, okay, just learn. Right. Okay, there's always something new that you can learn. Even on and off, when I see any advertisement out there, I can pick up small little things that are new to me. All right. So always be a student.
Yeah. In this course, we will be teaching you that technical analysis. And actually, to be a successful scalper, if I may add, you must be an expert, okay, in the knowledge, in technical analysis knowledge, which we are going to train you in, right? So that's important. Otherwise, you will not be able to keep the money you make, even though you can make once or twice and all that. Some people just got lucky and they make it once or twice, and but they can't hold on to their gains and they'll lose it back ultimately. So in the end, it's TA knowledge that is important, and in this course we teach you that. And money management as well.
Yeah, and then that one is actually linked to the next point, discipline. Okay, traders who are disciplined, okay, if you are, then you can, that's the third criteria, fulfilled. Okay, I know that all traders must be disciplined, okay, follow their entry, exit, stops, money management, all right, that's your SOP. But for scalpers, you need to even be stricter than that, okay? For example, let's say you're buy and hold, okay? So on a stock like this, you can see it has occasional pullbacks, all that. So buy and hold in this kind of market, you may have a chance, okay? But for FIFO, all right, you have to be very quick, okay? You want to enter and exit right before it goes back down, right? You just want to have this momentum during the day. So entry, exit, stops, money management, you must really, really follow. Okay. So the fourth and last one, minimum funds. Okay, traders who can afford 10,000 ringgit per trade. This is just a suggestion from us because imagine if we say you only need 3% profit per trade. So what if you put 10,000 ringgit per trade? That means 300 ringgit profit, okay, per trade, which is quite satisfactory, I would say. Okay, so while this is just a suggestion, okay, you can also start to do your math from here. You can think of, what if I have 20,000? I can afford 20,000 per stock. Okay, then you just multiply with 3%. That's 600 ringgit profit per trade. Okay, so from here, I hope you can get an estimation how much you can expect, okay, to gain with your capital. All right. Yeah. Okay, so these are the criteria. Now, trading tools that scalpers need. Okay, what are they? All right, so if whatever platforms you're using, if they have these features, then you're good to go. So number one, okay, your charts must have real-time price data, because I still see certain platforms is delayed by 15 minutes. So for scalpers, okay, like Mr. Fred said, you have to be very fast. So you have to use real-time price data, no choice.
Yeah.
Okay, then number two, your platform must have intraday charts. Okay, so the daily chart, one candle represents 1 day. But if you switch it to 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, it's much faster. One candle represents a few minutes.
So if you want to be a scalper, you need to have intraday charts, simple as that. Right?
Okay, and then some might be wondering what's intraday chart. Intraday basically just means less than a day. Okay, here's an example. Okay, this is a 5 minutes chart, so meaning one candle here represents 5 minutes. Okay, so that's how fast it is. All right, this is a bonus if your platform can show 2 time frames at once. Okay, for example here, daily chart on the right hand side. Okay, and then a 15 minutes chart on the left hand side. Okay, this will make things much easier. Okay, so far so good. I hope you guys still have the features. All right, now the last one, very important. Your trading platform must have channels. So what are channels? Here's an example. So what we use is we use this platform called Share Investor Station, or SI Station. It's a premium charting platform from Singapore, right? So channel is here. This is a channel navigator. If you see all this, things like top stocks, top active, top turnover, top gainers, okay, those are channels. So I've done some survey. CJCIMB has it, okay?
RHB has it.
RHB has it. They might come with different names. Like RHB is called, they don't call it top active stocks. They call it top 30 volume. Okay, but it's essentially the same thing. So if you have all those channels, okay, then you have all the functions and features required, and that means you already have the tools to be a scalper. How's it so far, Mr. Fred?
Oh, yeah, very interesting. Yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah. Okay, so you don't really need rocket science tool for this. Okay, all simple tools, if it's available on your current platform, all right, you can use them. All right, next one. We're gonna show you a real result from our FIFO students. Okay, so these are quite recent, I think just last week. So this student, 4.12% profit in less than 2 hours in Notion. Okay, just less than 2 hours. So they are all independent. We don't alert them. Okay, sometimes they alert us. So this is what he got. Another one is 3.93% in 3 minutes, Sedania. So this is how fast it is. Okay, so that's one of our aim, to make you independent, right? That you can make decisions on your own quickly and efficiently. How great is that? Okay, so with all this testimony, the tools you need, the criteria you will have to have, all right? So you want to be a successful scalper, okay? We will teach you. So you can join our Merdeka intake on the 27th of August, Saturday. It's only 3 hours, all right? From 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. Okay. The normal price is 1,500 ringgit, but as mentioned last week, all right, Mr. Fred, since it's Merdeka, it's giving another 10% off, 150 ringgit discount. Okay, so we're offering until the 27th of August, 1,250 ringgit. So if you compare this with a profit per month of 6,000 ringgit, okay, this is something valuable, all right? In fact, I think an average salary, 1 month salary can even cover this. More than enough, right? Okay, so you might be wondering, why is the class only 3 hours? Okay, yes, there are still more things that you have to learn, but you have to learn them before the class. Our 10 preparation videos, okay, before you come and attend the class, watch all this, because these are the basic of technical analysis and all the things you need to know when you do the Kangaroo FIFO technique. Okay, so you can see there are basic concepts of trend lines, support resistance, Fibonacci, chart patterns. We're only giving you the ones you need, all right? And also our indicators, the turtle and fast turtle. Okay, so what you will learn from our FIFO course is the daily routine as a FIFO trader. Mr. Fred, you can ask the man himself what he does as a FIFO trader. And also you will learn the systematic and rule-based exit and exit strategy. Okay, so because it's rule-based and systematic, you will know how to pick stocks. Okay, and also it's less subjective, more objective because it's rule-based. And then this one, you will also learn our exact F1 FIFO breakout trading method. And of course, money management. Any trading style you use, swing trading, position trading, you must have money management strategy. So these are the things that you will learn, okay? But other benefits also include exclusive access to our Telegram group called the F1 FIFO group. So in this group, you will no longer trade alone and in isolation. So me, if you know Bro Hugo, you know Mr. Fred, we'll all be inside there, okay, to chit chat and then we trade together. And then here you can also get a group of like-minded FIFO traders and our technical analysts for networking. So it's not just any scalper, it's scalpers with the same technique, same understanding that can help you. Okay, so discussion there will be live. It's just discussion, not signals. But from the discussion, indirectly or directly, it gives you, alerts can help you with your trade. Just like this morning, someone told us, oh, TechScam, potential, and he got it. Okay, so you can hurry up and register now. You can contact Cherry at this number or the Teddy hotline at this number. Okay, so if all is good, now we are open to the floor. So guys, any questions?
Questions you'd like to ask us and so on. Yeah. Even stocks, for example, you know, we have one more clarification. Anything. So
maybe
kindly type on the chat box, guys.
Yes, you can ask us in the comment section there. Maybe not just stocks, maybe you want to know something about technical analysis. What is chart pattern? Maybe you haven't seen this book before. Okay, anything.
Yeah. We can pull up the chart.
Okay, yeah, while waiting yes, we can show them.
Yeah.
You can pull out a chart. Okay, let me just switch my screen for a moment. Okay. All right, what shall we look at? Okay, so for today, TechScam, was it?
Yeah.
Yes, I think we can take a quick look at that. See what's going on over there before today. So TechScam, let's see. Okay, so yes, there was a breakout. That's how our students got it. Okay, so I noticed also volume was high. That's one thing that stands out, yeah, for him to be alerted. And I believe this is the all-time high resistance. Let me check. 3.99. Yes. Okay. So this is the all-time high resistance. Okay.
So,
oh, there are already 3 green arrows, Mr. Fred, for today.
This is one of the secrets, of picking the FIFO stocks, the kangaroo stocks. Is precisely that, Afnan, is the green candle. Okay, and before that, you have an arrow there, and then you have another arrow below that, and another below that. So we got 3 arrows pointing up on a daily chart. I mean, just to share with you all, that's a way to pick one of the criteria in picking and deciding which stock is the right candidate, okay, for a kangaroo or a FIFO stock. Is this? It need not be, already on the way up. It might have pulled back, but now it's staging a rebound, and it's giving us a signal that it is strong enough to warrant it and categorize it as a FIFO stock. And that arrow, green arrow on top, okay, is giving us that indication.
Yeah,
So,
and like what Mr. Brett mentioned, even though there's a pullback just a bit, okay, that's good. I mean, this is okay because all we need is a 1-day breakout, a 1-day momentum.
Oh, right, Mr. and Fred, there's a nice pattern.
There's a question there. What's your view on SolarVest?
Yes. Why not just let's pull out the chart of SolarVest. And by the way, this charting software is Share Investor Station, and it's a software that is very user friendly. And you can see we have already key in the templates that we wanted to show what are the FIFO stocks. So with the TAD already in place. So 3 arrows up, that is a signal criteria, one of the criteria for the FIFO stock. As you can see, the SolarVest, there is also 3 arrows up. If you can zoom it in a bit so that we can make it enlarge a little bit. Can we see that arrows?
Yeah, it was on the 22nd.
No, even today. Today there's an arrow and an arrow. And there are 3 arrows pointing upwards. That's one of the criteria. Okay. And the other one is, of course, a nice pattern. Right. And so with that combined and a couple more indicators, okay, come to the cost for more of that, right? Then we be able to pick the right ones. I mean, even in a soft market like this, you see we have already picked 2, right? So the targets are all there, all right? This is already pre-analyzed for you because we analyze it every night.
Yeah.
And, of course, chief analyst is here with me, and Afnan is the one that has drawn the blue lines to show the targeting. The other one that we would like to share with you is Pakat. And these stocks are the industrial product stocks, right? They are like, they belong to the green, the energy stocks, right? And Pakat is a new stock, right? Stock. And it's triggered a 3 arrow up buy today, right? These are all today. And you can see how accurate it is. These are the 3 we picked. There's one more, some I didn't, but before that, let's comment about this, right? Maybe you can comment a bit about this. This is so on the daily chart there is a buy, but of course there's more to it. Unfortunately, we don't have sufficient time to share with you the other dissection we need after the one daily chart has triggered a buy. We dissect and go down further.
Okay, I can see some questions coming in. Okay, we'll just wrap this up, then we move on to the next question.
Okay.
So just now for per cut, okay, briefly I can say there's support here, double bottom. A small one, then there's a breakout. Yeah, today is the first day of the breakout.
Yeah.
But how it will close, we have to wait until 5
Yeah,
p.m.
but there already is a signal for in terms of FIFO, there's a signal. And it doesn't have to be an uptrend stock in FIFO trading. That's the difference between if you're a swing trader, then we look for uptrend stock. That's a must. Okay. The books, my book says I've written extensively about that, Dan Zinger's way of trading. Okay, to pick magical stocks, if you need rule number one, it has to be an uptrend, but not so for FIFO stocks because we are going in and out like a guerrilla warfare, going, very fast. So it can be in a downtrend, but staging a technical rebound, and to us, is good enough to qualify. So the criteria is slightly different. That's why you need to come and learn from us.
Okay. Okay. Just a question there. Please review Swift haulage.
Sure.
Do you know the symbol for that?
SWIFT, Swift.
It's Swift.
Yes, that's it.
Okay.
So yesterday there was a signal, but not today, right? So today it pulled back a little bit. So in terms of the FIFO, so you still hold because the stops have not been hit yet, right? But yeah, this one yesterday, in fact, there was a buy and a sell signal already. You would have got in and got out of Swift. Today, no signal at all. Just stay aside today. And when there is an arrow, then a green arrow, then there's a buy signal. Today, but no green arrow, right? You don't see any.
Yeah.
Unless you want us to analyze the long-term view, what view would you like us to look at it? A FIFO view or a long-term view is different, huh? Okay.
Okay, but yeah, for FIFO, it's very fast.
For FIFO, we are already out. For long-term view, maybe Afnan, you can give some analysis. There's a double bottom I can see.
Yeah, a very small one. Okay. So right now, yes, there is some momentum going in.
Not bad, this one.
Yeah. And then for the resistances to test, you can actually use old low.
Right.
Okay. That was a support, now turns resistance. Okay. Or other techniques that you can use is also Fibonacci retracement, but you draw it the opposite way. Okay. So those levels are estimations on how far price can rebound. So Swift is a new stock, just listed on the 21st of December last year. Not much of price data yet.
Yeah.
Until when? Merdeka promo. Until the class, on the day of the class, 27th of August, Saturday.
Right.
Okay, and then next one, your review on Inari and SPF Tech for Bifo.
Okay.
We'll start off with Inari.
Yeah.
Okay, Inari, let's see. Okay, trend-wise is what we see. Okay, so there was a TD breakout on the 22nd of July, all right, followed by a trendline breakout here. Oh, almost forgot. There was an up gap, all right, around here. So that up gap area can also be used as a support. Today, yes, it's market's weak and soft, but trend remains intact.
Correct. If you ask me, the new trend, the new uptrend, which is a minor one, it's intact. So we're still holding on to it. And this is what I mean by, if you look back, Afnan, see this particular stock itself, it only started to rally from, I think it was July the 15th. Before that, it's kept going down. So we are talking about a very recent phenomenon, about 3 weeks old, right? That we saw the U-turn in the market. And so this is quite recent. So far it's holding. Now it's pulling back, but notice it's still above the moving averages with the 50 moving average and 200-day. So yes, I think NRE is actually a buy on dips, if not a hold. There's no sell signal in this one. We're talking about buy hold swing trading. Okay. FIFO, not today. Inari is not a candidate. Okay. So you need to differentiate between the kangaroo type of technique, which is FIFO, and the swing type of technique, which is the buy hold. Swing technique buy hold is on. It's still there. Before you how long ago and you are just staying out waiting for another FIFO FIFO day, but not today.
Okay, I think we move on to the next.
Yes,
SFP tech.
Yeah.
Okay, also
I call it San Francisco.
San Francisco.
SF, P tech.
Okay.
It was a good one.
So this is also new, listed this year, 20th of June. Okay.
Yeah.
So previously it hit our resistance of 1 ringgit.
It's beautiful.
Okay. Yeah, but right now there
correction.
Yeah, just small correction as of now. But trend wise, if you say, let's say 20 EMA.
Yeah.
Okay, trend is still intact. Okay, so right now it's just taking a rest. In fact, this past few days after the previous rally, okay, market has been resting. Okay, but as long as major supports are not broken, then it's fine.
Yeah. Would you like to, Afnan, please draw some major support based on trend lines from the bottom? Okay. Just basic trend line analysis will tell you that this stock trend is still intact. Correct.
You can draw like this,
and then one more there.
Or a steeper one.
Yes, steeper there.
Okay, I think this one I'll wait until see a bit of rebound first. Then only I'll draw a trend line, because right now we don't know when it will bounce up. Okay, but yeah, if you talk about the 20 moving average, it's here.
Wow, which is quite far down.
Okay. Okay, next one.
Yes.
Simple Fred, can we use trading view for your indicator?
Yes, our TAD is available in trading view. That's the answer.
Okay, so this one you have to contact
you need to buy from us because and we do sell it.
Okay, next one. Yeah, we have SK Press. Got 3 arrows up. Thank you. Let's see. Okay, let's see. All right. So this is SK Press, 3 arrows up. Yes, but you also have to know, which we teach you in our class. Technical analysis, okay, doesn't work well in illiquid stock and erratic stock. Okay.
Yeah.
So
and chart patterns is important. This just it's in a triangle, huge sideways consolidation.
And then you can see it's quite erratic. Like
and
it has a history of going up and then come back down quickly. So
don't touch this.
Not to say you cannot use technical analysis, but it's just very, very difficult. Okay, but still, if you want, you still want a view on it. Okay, no problem.
It's consolidating.
You can see trend line. Okay, but then the highs are quite flat.
Yeah.
Okay. And although there are 3 green arrows, because we know that it's erratic, illiquid, the history also is not good, we won't put so much weight on the 3 green arrows.
Patterns.
Patterns
must take into account the pattern it is in. And the pattern is that there's no breakout. So you hold until when, so you're just tying up your money, you know what I mean? So I rather, sell it, roll and buy something else, the kind of thing.
Okay, another one, the system can use the trading view. Yeah, can. You just have to contact our customer support. All right, and then we'll help you with that. In fact, some of our students, they use trading view for the FIFO, for the Kangaroo FIFO technique. Okay.
Yeah, and very reasonable software, very good software as well. They are all good softwares and depend on your usage. Yeah.
Right. Next
what can be used for FIFO?
Yeah, can. And next one is Sanheng, also new stock. Quite a lot of newly listed stock. So this one, 25th of January this year, it was publicly listed. Okay.
Today, I believe that there is a FIFO. This is a FIFO candidate. If you can go into the lower time frame chart, there's a. There you go. So very nice breakout of a channel. Breakout today. So yes, Sing Heng, if you are following this, it could be one of the stocks. But we already have other stocks today, tech scam and SolarWare. So yeah, you can include this.
I wonder if our students got this morning. Have to check with them.
Sing Heng, why not? It is a candidate. It is a FIFO candidate. All right.
Okay, and then
so if you want to know how we arrive at a FIFO candidate, that's why you need to come to this class. I mean, for only 1,005, it's a steal. It's a steal because you'll be given SOP as well. Steps as to how to arrive at these FIFO stocks. It's a big deal. It's no joke.
Yeah.
Okay?
The steps. Yeah. I mean, it is rule based.
Yeah. So it's really worth more than what the price is, basically. That's all.
Okay. Oh yeah. Coming back to the view, our view on Sing Heng. Okay. On the daily chart, you can see. All right. 3 green arrows is there. So technically, there is some bullishness starting to come in. Let's take a look at the volume. Okay. Today's volume is also, you can see, it's not bad. All right. Candle is still firm, right? But by 5 p.m. we'll see whether it can close firmly or not. Okay. In terms of how far it can possibly rebound to. So one easy way that traders like to use is to use Fibonacci retracement. Okay, you draw it the other way. So when you draw it the other way, instead of a retracement, you're estimating rebound levels. Okay, so the golden ratios, you can see here.
38%, yeah.
Okay. 38.2%, 50%, 61%. Okay. So those are estimations. Okay, so in short, Sing Heng recently momentum starts to come in, but let's see if it can sustain.
Yes. And you must be very fast. This one is a FIFO stock, Okay.
Next one, that's the last question, I think. Someone asked KYM. So for KYM, let's see. I believe a few days ago, this was a FIFO candidate. I'm not sure.
Yeah, it was all along. Yeah, all along, every day. You look at the arrows. Each of the the green arrow is a FIFO candidate day. It's a FIFO day for this. Now, obviously, when it comes to the last one, there it made a U-turn. All right, so you can actually sense that it is overbought already. Look at the range of that green candle before it crashed. It's already to the range is actually extraordinary in terms of the audit compared to the other. So anyway, it's also broken out of a nice triangle breakout first. So I think this uptrend is now you got to exit already this stock. Based on candlesticks is also the red color one. If you can not over there, but over there, you can see that it already hit this target. So you wouldn't want to, if you are a buyer, honestly, you are too late to be a buyer here, right? And if you do, it's high risk. You need to put stops, right? And you need to be there. And if you come down, you need to exit fast. You look at the green, the red color one. If you zoom to, look at that, but today it rebounded and it's sideways. The candle is like doji, long-legged doji. It's just now taking a rest, going nowhere.
And also Mr. Fred, actually, if based on candlestick rule, is only confirmation if it closes below the low of this
2 bar. So you can use a 1-2 cha-cha-cha to help you out. to, if you are still interested in the stock and you're holding on to it, then 1-2 rule. Use a 1-2.
Sometimes this can happen. In Japanese candlestick, you check it. There's a potential reversal pattern near a resistance after rally. Okay. Sometimes there's a pattern there, but then the next on the third day, fourth day, price consolidates. If that happens, there may be a chance for trend to resume. Okay. So here you just have to monitor the support, see if it can hold. Right?
Yeah. I need to go sideways for a little while, absorb the selling, and then they decide whether they want to push a bit further or not. Some patterns will form here, sideways patterns. So if you got profit, just take the profits, and then leave the balance there to fight the market, and then put the stop below if it comes below. Hold on to the rest. If you think it's still going up some more, but look, it has already gone up so much, it has hit Fibonacci targets. So if you got profits, I would say you will reduce positions already at this point. If it goes back up and continue to trend, just go back in again. So, you're not losing very much. Actually, you don't worry about, if it goes up, you miss it because you took your profits up. Go back in again. There's such a thing called re-entry strategy. When to re-entry.
Even sprinters, after a sprint, they have to rest for a while before they resume sprinting. That's just like the stock market. So a rally, they have to let it take a break. Then see, let it decide where it wants to go next.
Take a break. This stock.
Okay.
It's gone so much already.
All right. So no more questions. This is the last one.
Is it?
Yes.
Is that all?
Yes, that's all. Okay.
Well, if that's all, then
so
thank you for coming.
Thank you for joining us. So I hope you learned something.
And also hope that you will take this opportunity to attend this course. Okay, if you want to be successful, is a scalper.
So the criteria, the trading tools you need. You can join. You can ask your friends to join. Become a group of scalpers together. Can make money together. All right. So I'm Afnan.
And I'm Fred.
See you in our class, and let's make money together.
One, it is endorsed by my good friend Steve Nissen. Steve Nissen is actually the grandfather of Japanese candlesticks in the whole world. He's the one who introduced Japanese candlesticks to the world. Every day when you look at the screen and the charts, you are looking at Japanese candlesticks. But do you know how it functions? Do you know what are the uses of Japanese candlesticks? Do you know how to construct Japanese candlesticks and interpret Japanese candlesticks? If you don't, this is the perfect book for you. By myself and endorsed by Granddaddy of Japanese candlesticks, Mr. Steve Nissen.